Hi, Alan here, and it's a strange afternoon. It's November 29th as I'm recording this, and I just got off the bicycle. I was wearing shorts. It was in the 50s, and the focus of this post is to show you my preparation for winter this year. I'm spending winter at 7,200 feet, and that's why this post will be at rvacrossamerica.net/winter at 7,200. Okay, winter at 7,200. And it is absolutely gorgeous out here. It's just unbelievable, but I have to keep reminding myself I'm at 7,200 feet, and it's not going to last. This is an area I've already been warned gets to -40, so this is the highest elevation winter I've spent, and this could very well be the coldest winter I experience if and when winter sets in, and I'm pretty confident it's going to. You can see I've got my skirting up, and this skirting is now 4 years old. I had Dave at Extreme Skirts do it in Boise. I've got a post that details how this work was done, and if you look at the work that was done 4 years ago and you compare it to today, this skirting's in almost mint condition. As we walk alongside the camper, I'm going to point out a few things. This is the back vent of my refrigerator, and I've done nothing to it. Now, I do have posts that talk about doing something to your refrigerator. It is a gas absorption fridge, and in all probability, and I'll tell you right now, that there's a chance that this could create trouble. In fact, I'm going to put out a stiff warning. I'm going to put tape across the upper two vents of the three that you see here. This is the lower of the two vent sections. That's the upper vent section. I'm going to leave that alone. The upper two vent openings here will be covered by tape, but only when the temperature is consistently below freezing and overnights are consistently below zero. And it is a fire hazard. It does produce a fire risk. So if anybody says, I told you to do it, I didn't tell you to do it. I'm telling you I'm doing it, and I'm telling you, I'm warning you that it's at your own risk. If you can also fit inside this cavity space for a lamp that won't melt the wiring, that's worth considering too. And I've got some videos up on my site, rvacrossamerica.net, that address this very issue. The problem? Gas absorption fridges do not like super cold weather, and this one is about as well equipped as it can be because it has a winter kit attached to it, meaning essentially heat tape, that runs along the coiling. So I don't have to worry too much with this fridge until it's down to about 10 degrees or so, pretty consistently at night for most of the night, and we're just not there yet. We have dropped down to 10 degrees as our low for the morning, and that's significant, and I'll show you why. I got a new hose. This hose is called the no freeze hose, and what I can certify so far is it works down to at least about 14 or 10 degrees, and I'm pretty confident it's going to work lower. I've talked with the owners of the company. I have a lot of faith in their product. There is zero leakage. It is, of course, electrically connected to the power pedestal. It is a heated hose. It is not cheap, but if you go to my website, I have not only a link, but I've got a discount code for you so you can save a few bucks on it. You can see here where I've got it connected to a somewhat subterranean water hydrant, and that's by design from the RV park. There is no leakage there, and I'm going to unlock my storage doors. We'll open this one up and open this one up. And you can see where the no freeze hose comes in, and it attaches beautifully to the 90-degree elbow connection. It's a Camco piece, and that's also available on my website at rvacrossamerica.net. And you can see a section for RV accessories, and there's winter accessories where the hose is, and there's water accessories where that elbow is. So it's running through the ground underneath the skirting, and I could probably push that skirting down just a little bit, and it comes up through a hole provided by Outdoors RV. It goes into the connection, and notice it's in an enclosed bay, call it a wet bay, and notice that there is a warm air vent there. So the furnace has a port that not only heats the underbelly, but heats that vented area, so I could open this up when it's sub-zero outside, and this will be pretty much about as warm as it is inside the camper. Truly amazing. So just continuing to walk around, I've got my 120-gallon propane tank here. This is loaned or rented from Valleywide in this area. I recommend Valleywide if they happen to service your area. They're a great company. And as we go around, of course, the skirting goes across the front, creating an extra room, if you will. And that room, and again, I have a post, and I'll link to it in the in this post, rvcrossamerica.net, winter at 7200, that shows this area open, which is a zippered area, so that you can access the spare room. And there's a zipper on the far side so that you can access the tank poles, the gray and the black tank pole. As you can see, I've got my door open, which is just a testimonial to exactly how warm it is. And we're going to go inside in a moment. We're going to take a look at some of the preparations that I've done for winter inside, because again, despite the mild weather right now, I do not expect this is going to last. So inside, a few of the windows have bubble wrap on them, and a couple of windows have R-foil. But the biggest change I've made this year is I got a hold of a 3M product. It's a thin plastic film, and I'll give you a link inside the post. That thin plastic film goes over the windows and creates another layer of insulation, and actually seems to be pretty effective. I like it, and it allows in all of the light. You can see here that with the light slamming on the back window, it's a little smudged looking and such, but you know what? It's a lot better than having bubble wrap, or worse yet, R-foil. You know, bubble wrap allows light in, but you can't see anything out. I have a relatively unobstructed view, and that's my neighbor with his Outback. It gives me a relatively unobstructed view of the outside, and I kind of like that. There's one more thing I'm going to show you up in the bedroom area that I've added over the last couple winters. We're now up in the bedroom, and as great as these vents are, they're not great during the winter. So I got a hold of a vent cover, a vent pillow, if you will, and it's great insulation. It just fits right in the space that the vent cutout is, and it provides all the insulation in the world. I've got one for the bedroom and one for the bathroom. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of heat loss. One of the nice things about the Outdoors RV, this is the skylight in the shower, and you can't see it, but it's a double layer of plastic, and there's a layer of air in between. You just have to be careful when you're on the roof not to step on it and break the plastic. But other than that, it provides some level of insulation. A lot of manufacturers do not give you that extra layer of plastic, and you've got just one thin layer of plastic separating you from the outside world. Here, by necessity, there isn't much insulation in a vent, so using one of these vent covers or vent pillows is pretty effective. And again, I've got a link for you in the post. All right, that's my preparation for winter 2021-22. I also am using on the skirting sandbags, and they're holding down the skirting. So because of the land that I'm on, it's very sandy, very gravelly here, I was advised by the campground, don't even try and really stake it down, just use sandbags. And I went out and bought the empty bags, and then found a place with a lot of loose material, and then filled them with about 10 to 20 pounds of material. Okay, Alan here, rvcrossamerica.net /winter at 7200.